So let me see if I've got this straight, because it's a little confusing. The concept's so confusing. So are you saying if I stick this big, gargantuan, Godzilla-sized nail in my eye, that it's going to cause pain and suffering? Is that what you're contending? Hmm. Well, in that case, I won't stick it in my eye. Thanks, Gary. Thank you. You have saved me just worlds of pain. I'm so glad we have you around to clarify these matters. See, the thing is, no one is contending that the suffering doesn't exist and that it's bad. You're arguing against positions that nobody is holding. Did any one of us say that suffering doesn't exist? No. Did any one of us say that it's a good thing? No. We're saying it exists. You have to deal with the reality that exists, um, accept reality as it is, and do your best to mitigate the suffering as much as possible. But not no one is not acknowledging suffering. Every single one of us has experienced suffering and will again in the future. That's just part of life. Okay, but the thing is too. Yeah, I do want to address your verbal abuse and misogynistic gender slurs. And using this as an analogy, this gargantuan Godzilla-sized nail. Like imagine writing the word on this side, cunt, and then over here we write the word bitch on the other side. And then every time you're hurling these names, these misogynistic gender slurs at women, what you're doing on the metaphoric level is you're trying to put a nail in our eye, metaphorically speaking. It's verbal abuse, it's sadistic, you're trying to cause harm. That's what you're trying to do. It doesn't work. No, I'm not. It doesn't bother me personally. I just take the nail and I say, "No, Gary, I'm giving this back to you. Here's your cunt bitch nail. I'm not interested. I don't want it. It's not an acceptable gift. Take it back. It's yours. You keep that nail, Gary. Here you go." I just transported the nail through the Ethernet right back to you, Gary. So, no, not really. But it's not acceptable. I'm not one of your sycophants. I'm not a lackey. I'm not going to excuse your behavior and make rationalize your behavior. I mean, I understand it to a certain level. That's like we were discussing that in the hangout. I understand to a certain level. I can try to understand your behavior, but I'm not going to excuse it. And I'm telling you, it's unacceptable. At bare minimum, knock it off with the misogynistic gender slurs. It'd be nice if you didn't abuse anybody in any way, shape, or form. If you could tone that down a little, because you really are hurting your own cause ultimately when you do that. It does alienate people and cause an unnecessary distraction to the arguments. And if you actually listen to what I'm saying, you can see quite clearly that I'm more sympathetic to your cause than what you're acknowledging. The other antinatalists can hear that and see that. They can tell I'm sympathetic to some of the points that antinatalists make. So, don't you really ought not be alienating people or making enemies where you don't need to. Seems kind of counterproductive to your own cause. And why don't you post those clips? The clips where I do show some sympathy towards the antinatalist cause, because I'm certainly not pro-natalist. I don't have kids myself. I talk about that and throughout that discussion and the reasons why. You don't really even care about your own cause. You just want to argue with me and pick on me and pick a fight with me. Not cool. Not cool, Gary. All right. So anyhow, enjoy your gift of your nail back. Stick it in your junk drawer and forget about it. And don't do that again. Don't pull that garbage on me again, Gary, because I am not one of your sycophants. I'm not tolerating it. It's not acceptable. Okay? You can do better. You can do better, Gary. I have faith in you. A little. Just a little. All right. All right. You take care. Bye.